Welcome, everybody, to Sail the Bomb Squad. I am your host, Frosty. And welcome back to Frosty's Bar Tales. So, we have a rather unique episode for you today. Two stories, one entitled, Your Sign, Madam, which is unique. I'll explain why in a second. And the second story is called, The Liberal / Non-Liberal Pisser. I don't know, it's dumb. So, here we go. Alright, so, for the first story entitled, Your Sign, Madam, I will actually be filming this outside because some visual aids are needed for this one because, well, we had a woman, get confused about our rules and regulations, and our signs clearly depict the rules and regulations of our establishments, and this bitch just did not, she didn't know. So we're actually going to stop it right there. We're going to continue this on location outside. See you there. Hello everybody, Frosty here. We are filming this outside because, well, the signs at work are outside, and I'm going to describe them briefly. Now, we have two signs. One on the left side of the door. I will display this appropriately. And we also have one on the right side of the door. Left and right. Door, sign, sign. I will depict this. Now we have two different signs. They each display two very important rules. One says our hours of operations, aka what time the club closes. So the business hours, so to speak. And the second sign says that we don't allow people to come back in once they've been inside. Now, we have a very specific reason for doing this, and that's because people have been known to go in the club, then go out to their car to partake in drinking, drugs, the act of the fornicates that goes on in the car that makes it go bump, 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 and it's, we don't allow that. Once you go back, once you leave, we don't allow that back inside. So once you're in, you're in. Once you're out, you're out. Now, I'm going to change it up a little bit because I don't want to write down what our signs actually say. See, I'm being clever. And I'm going to personally draw what the signs say. So we have a sign here that I'm going to make. So everybody, 1 second. First is going to be the business hours, aka that we close at 3. So 1 second. Ooh, that's beautiful. Yep. Ooh, that's nice. Ooh, yeah, that's beautiful. I'm going to dumb this down for everybody because I know it's confusing. Because it's confusing to a lot of people. So here we go. Almost done. Beautiful! Couldn't have done it better myself. So, everybody, here is the sign that says what time the wind, Mother Nature, you crafty bitch. So here's the sign that says what our hours are. Here we go, everybody. I know this is very hard to understand. Business hours, we close at 3 a.m. So business hours close at 3 a.m. We don't actually have this. I just decided to add it for nice effect. So that's what the sign looks like. It's on actual cardboard. It's a legit sign. Mine just looks a hell of a lot better. So now we'll be right back with the other one. Hi everybody again. So now I'm going to be drawing up our sign that says we do not allow people to enter once you've been back in. So, uno momento. Well, I know Tough Tony's going to appreciate this one. Oh God, no, the wind is blowing it away. And stop being bitchy. There we go. I wasn't sniffing markers, I was having the sniffles. Ripping it away from my nostril area. Ah. Good to go. So here we go. So here we are, everybody. No re-entry. I think that's pretty much self-explanatory. Now, what I don't understand is, as self-explanatory as this is, no re-entry. Now, of course, this obviously means once you are in, you are in. Once you are out, you are out. When you are leaving, and you have already entered once, there's no re-entry, which means no coming back in once you've been in. 1 second. Now, as self-explanatory as that is, people don't always get this one because we will explain it, because once people leave, we say have a good night because we're gentlemen. And people always go, oh, we're just going back to our car, we'll be right back. Then we say, no, you're not, because we have a sign right here that says no re-entry, right? So people always go, but wait, what do you mean? It's like, okay, well, let's dumb it down for you. Once you're in, you're in. Once you're out, you're out. Once you go to your car, we will not let you back in. And they go, well, but why? It's like, okay, well, then we explain. The drugs, the liquor, the making of sex, you know, things like that. It's just, no, we don't do that. And they're like, well, but we're just going to get our cigarettes or my wallet or my phone. It's like, well, if those were important things to you, you should have brought them in with you. I mean, it is on the entry. When you walk in, you can't miss it. And people always go, but really? So it's, I told Tough Tony we should do this just because I'm a smart ass, and Tough Tony said no. He liked the idea, but he said no. But what I would like to do is take a marker, like so, to the sign we have, which we can't because it's legit, but I'm going to make it on this one. So 1 second here. Tony's gonna be proud of me. Get a nice little chuckle out of this, hopefully. Ooh, exclamation points, serious. Other one. Underline as many times as I can fit it. Alright. So, what did I write? So when people always look at it, they go, we can't really come in, really? I just want to point to them and go, yes, really. See? We mean exclamation points because we're super serious about that, and we underline it just to be serious. It's like serious. So, yes, that's what I would like to do. So now, I'm going to show everybody what it looks like when people walk in so that they see it. So, 1 second. Okay, everybody, so let's just say that this right here is the front door, right? Front door of the club. So, to the left of the club entrance is the no re-entry sign. So, literally, as you're walking through the front door, I'm taking you through the eyes of customers in the club. Okie doke. Now, as before, here's the door to the club through the eyes of a customer. Now, we saw before that the no entry sign was over yonder. This is the front door, so this one's on the right side. So, through the eyes of the customer, when you're walking through the front door, you see this. Okie doke. So, now that we've seen the signs, and yes, it started raining outside, so we had to bring it back inside. We saw the signs through the eyes of the customers, so now you guys get a chance to see what it's like to go through the door and see the signs that are on the sides of the doors when you walk in. Yes, yes, and yes. So, this chick walks in, and obviously we saw left, right. See what I did there? Boom! Now, so this chick, or actually these two women, excuse me, I am from this point forward going to call them women because, well, these women got butthurt and they said that we didn't want to offend them because they were educated women. So, I'm going to refer to them as educated women from this point forward. Now, these two educated women came outside. I was by the front door, as was Tough Tony, of course. And, so, we saw the signs, right? So, Tough Tony, these educated women, they leave, and Tough Tony goes, "All right, ladies, have a good night." Like, no, we're coming back in. He goes, no, you're not. And he goes, "Because according to the sign here," and he points to the one that says, "No re-entry." They go, well, when did you bring that out? Because how are we supposed to... Don't talk to us like we're stupid. We're educated women. So, don't talk to us like we're dumb, okay? Because we're not. We're not trying to. He goes, well, how are we supposed to see that sign when we're leaving and it's facing that way and we're looking that way? How are we supposed to see a sign right there when we're looking that way? So... Tough Tony, without making them feel stupid because they're educated women. And he looks at them and goes, okay, well, it was right there when you walked in. So as you were walking in, you would have been able to see it. Well, it wasn't there earlier. Well, we didn't bring it out just now. It's literally been there all night. And they started arguing with us, and Tough Tony, well, then turns into Tough Tony, which... You don't want to make him do as I've said, because he then turns into, like, the Tough Tony elbow dropping sumbitch he is, and, well, drops the proverbial elbow on these educated women, and goes, okay, well, ladies, when you're driving, do you pay attention to the stop signs and the speed limits and the other signs like that? And they're like, duh, of course we do, because we're educated women. He goes, okay, well then why couldn't you pay attention to this sign right here that says no re-entry, which means once you've been inside, you can't go back inside. And she just got so butthurt, and it was just, she ends up going, oh, well, you know what? Well, you're just being a dickhead, because we're educated women. We make more money than you do, and just goes off on a tangent, and it was just, wow, do you know how for being educated women. You clearly aren't showing it because as we showed right there through the eyes of the camera, the customers, that you see it clear as day. Boom! Boom! How do you not see that? I mean, it's just, okay, so we just, I don't know. They're educated women. So, thank you to those lovely educated women for proving that they were educated women and not being arrogant bitches. So, that's that. And it's just, oh my goodness gracious. The people we get in our club. So now, we have... Ow, got my eye. So we got... Now, the liberal, non-liberal pisser. Don't worry, it's just as stupid as it sounds. So, we got this guy, we actually had Simba on the IDs. Hi, Simba. Your name's not Edward. No, it's not. It's not Edward, it's Simba. You're Simba, not Edward. Just getting that straight. You certainly do not look like you're a vampire from Twilight. No, you don't. So, I'm just throwing that out there. He's not Edward from Twilight at all. No! He's Simba. So, I had to do it. I'm sorry. So, we have this guy. They're inside already. This goes along with once you're out, you're out. So... This group is inside, then they go outside. Have a good night. So, all of a sudden they leave and they're like, oh man, well we gotta take a piss. So, all of a sudden, he tries coming up to the front door and Simba, doing his job, stops him and goes, sorry bro, and points to the sign, no re-entry after midnight. Sorry, he goes, oh man, but I gotta really take a piss. And all of a sudden, well, I don't know what to tell you. Maybe you should go to Walgreens or something because it's right there. And of course, Tough Tony is right here. And he's just, he knows where this is going. He's been in the business for quite some time. So, so he's just, well, so wait a minute. So what you're telling me is that you want me to go piss out in public? Didn't tell you to do that. And all of a sudden, this is what Tough Tony jumps in and goes, what seems to be the problem here? Well, I just want to go piss inside. He goes, well, you can't go back inside because there's no re-entry once you leave. Sorry. And he goes, well, I just want to go inside and take a piss. Okay, have you been inside? Well, yeah, and you left. Yeah, so no re-entry. But I'm going to take a piss? Well, I don't know what to tell you. Why don't you go to Walgreens or go somewhere else? He goes, okay, so what you're telling me is the simple fact that if I go over there and piss in that bush, then the cops are going to come bust me for pissing in public. So am I supposed to tell the cops that you told me to do it? No, that's not what we're saying at all. You idiot. So he goes, no, man, no, I'm a liberal. You cannot tell me that, no, so that's what I'm going to do. As a liberal, I'm going to go tell the cops if they catch me pissing that it was your fault. You told me to do it, so I won't get in trouble, but you will. And Tough Tony's like, okay, well, obviously you're not getting this. You're a grown-ass man, right? Are you, how old are you? And the guy goes, well, what's my age matter? My age doesn't matter in any of this shit. It's like, well, how old are you? And the guy goes, well, I'm a grown man. He goes, okay, well, as a grown man, you make your own decisions, right? He goes, well, yeah, I do. I mean, yeah, I do. Okay, fine. So so what you're telling me is that if we tell you to go in your car and drive off a bridge, and you drive off a bridge, you're going to tell the cops that we told you to come do it, and the cops are going to come yell at us because, well, you are a liberal, and that's basically how you go. He goes, well, I'm not a liberal. I mean, it's just, no, I'm not. If you're telling me to go do it, that's your fault. I'm like, no, you're a grown-ass man. You make decisions. What you do is your fault. We can tell you to go shoot a bunch of people, and if you decide to go shoot a bunch of people, you can't say, well, he told me to do it. That holds no merit to any of this shit, you fucking idiot. Ow. So, it's just, oh, God, why are some people so freaking thinking? I don't know. I don't know that. That really hurt my throat, though. So, we're gonna... Basically, and the fact that this guy had a friend with him, and his friend started getting all like, oh, so basically what you're saying is even though the club closes at 3 and it's 2:30, you're telling us we can't go back in? Yes, that's what we're telling you. Go home. So, it was... That is that. My throat hurts really bad from that, so I'm going to stop it there. Everybody, I hope I got to make it a little easier to take you all on a personal view journey, what it's like to go through the front door of the club, even though a garage door is not the club. We know this. Duh. So, it's just... Use common sense. I mean, I don't want to offend anybody. I know I will. It's fine. I don't care. I mean, you can write down in your comments that, oh, you're a sexist pig. Try to make that face when you do it, though. I will laugh horrendously, because that was a horrendous face. Even though this is not horrendous, because it's beautiful. Now, I'm going to end it there before I embarrass myself even further, which is really hard to do, but we're done here. We're done. End of the show. So, everybody, please, for the love of God, use common sense from now on. If you are walking towards something and you see it, know it's going to be there, but facing the opposite direction when you're leaving. Just like the stop signs and the speed limit signs on the road are going to be facing that way when you're driving that way. So, you saw them going this way. So, of course, they're going to be facing that way. So, when you're walking into a club, but there's a sign right there and a sign right there, and you walk past them, you see them. But when you come back out, don't bitch that they're facing that way, and you're facing, you know what I mean. So, I'm confusing myself. So, just use your brains. And, for God's sakes, if you got to piss, go piss in the bathroom. Don't go piss in a bush. And certainly don't blame anybody else because you're an idiot. So, everybody, thank you for joining me. Don't forget, join the Bomb Squad. All you gotta do is like, share, and subscribe. It's a lot of fun. You don't want to miss out on future bar stories, future special guests, which are going to happen, yes. And, of course, you don't want to miss out on all crazy ones, video games, etc., etc., etc. So, everybody, thank you for joining me. That's it. Come back next week to see what I got in store for you, the people out there. So, that is that. Take care now. Bye-bye then. Stay classy.